Hey cruisers, Captain Corey here. I've been waiting all day to film a nice intro for you here for today's episode, but as you can see, not exactly happening. But that doesn't mean there's not really good cruise news to talk about. Carnival has hit a major milestone, one that we need to celebrate. And we need to talk about all these man overboard situations happening on cruise ships. I think I found a solution. So I'm gonna go in, get dry. It's gonna be all studio today. Let's head upstairs. Hey, welcome to the Midships channel. I'm your Captain Corey, and thank you so much for stopping by the channel today. And like I said in today's introduction, Carnival Cruise Line is celebrating a giant milestone of 2 million guests cruised since the great cruise restart of 2021. Now, we're gonna talk all about that in today's episode, but first, I have a question of the day on this rainy day, and this one is reserved for those lovers of breakfast beverages. Let me know in the comments below this video, what's your favorite breakfast drink to have on your cruise? Are you into the lattes, mimosas, Bloody Marys? There's a lot of choices in this category, and I'm ready to hear yours. Now, let's get into this Carnival cruise story. And this is really great news because it hasn't been even a full year since July 3rd of 2021 when the Carnival Vista kicked off cruising for Carnival out of Galveston, Texas. And since then, 22 more ships have come back into Carnival's fleet, operating from 13 ports around the US. And probably just as exciting for Carnival, during this past not even 1 year, over 1.3 million shore excursions have been booked from Carnival ships, which that has to lead to like major economic impact for these cruise ports and these destinations where the ships go. Just imagine that 1.3 million shore excursions, people coming with their wallets. That's really great news and perfect news for the travel and tourism industry on the whole. And looking back here, or over here, over this past year, you can't forget Carnival's been celebrating their 50th birthday as well. And in my opinion, they should celebrate it again next year because they were shut down for a year because of COVID, right? So the 50th year operating cruises. Yeah, John Heald, Christine Duffy, Arnold Donald, you guys listening? I think you can make it happen. You got all the banners already, the special hamburger grill presses. You know what I'm talking about? You've got it all. It's right there. It's ready to go. So just put it in the closet for a few months, then bring it out next year, and let's have another celebration. Now, let's stick with the theme of Carnival news because in June of this year, one of my favorite ships in their fleet, the Magic, will officially be opening the 14th US home port for the Carnival brand. And that, of course, is New York City. So all that's really great news for Carnival. And since we're riding on the Carnival high for once, let's keep the good news rolling and talk about my group cruise. It's been a while since I've really mentioned it here, but I am hosting a group cruise that's open to you and anyone else watching with you. Your family, your friends, bring everyone you know. We're gonna be cruising on board the Carnival Sunshine out of Charleston, South Carolina this October 24th. And I've got some really cool things planned for us to do together. I've got some special giveaways, and it's your chance to be part of filming a brand new intro for this channel right here, the one you're watching, Midships. Now, if you'd like to learn more about how you can join me on this group cruise, there's a link to the group's Facebook page in the description below this video. And now, if you didn't already know, we here at this channel recently passed 10,000 subscribers. And thank you to everyone who subscribed in the past few weeks. I definitely noticed a huge uptick in new faces and names around here at the channel. So thank you so much for coming on and being part of the Midships family. All right, let's keep the good Carnival Cruise news rolling as one of my nice lights has just decided it didn't want to be a light anymore. Now, Carnival Cruise Line has changed the protocols for their youth programs, and they're actually easing some of the restrictions for those kids who want to participate in their programs. And the biggest change here is to the summer youth program, and that is for young cruisers, age 5 to 17. They'll no longer be required to be vaccinated in order to participate in the youth programs on board Carnival ships. And from all the information that I can find, this change actually went into effect a few days ago on May 18th. You do still have to pre-register any youths who want to be a part of this program before you cruise, so don't forget to do that. And one other note here, Camp Ocean, it typically hosts kids down to 2 years old, but because of the ongoing health and safety pandemic, they're only letting kids 5 and over right now. So 2 to 4, not happening right now in Camp O. So wow, it's been a crazy news week for Carnival. Not only have we talked about cruise shortages, specialty dining restaurants being shut down, we talked about VIFP perks being slashed for Diamond and Platinum members with the line. We talked about Carnival banning drones from being brought with you on your vacation. And now here we are, we're celebrating the 2 millionth passenger. So Carnival Cruise Line is wrapping things up, putting the bow on this week with a little bit of a high note. Congratulations, Carnival. I can't wait to get back on board one of your ships. And it's probably gonna happen in the next 30 to 60 days, if I had to guess. You know, it's been too long since I took my last cruise. What has it been, 3 weeks? Yeah, that was way too long ago. I probably need to get back on a ship. So do you. Do you have any recommendations for cruises that I should take next? I know somebody's running to the keyboard typing NCL, but I'm always open to recommendations, and yes, I'm getting on NCL this year. Now, I suppose since I'm talking about myself and that's what happens on YouTube, have you noticed this shirt I'm wearing? Well, if you have, it's available in my Amazon affiliate store. I actually designed these shirts, and I have about a dozen other designs there, and you should go check it out. All you have to do is click the link in the description below, and the page that opens up, it'll say Professional Cruisers. Just tap on that. You'll see all my shirt designs, and they're pretty cool. It's gonna make you look darn good on the Lido deck, embarkation day, or whatever day of your next cruise. Go ahead and check out that store, and you're also gonna find things like this passport holder. This is something I take with me every time I cruise. It's got all kinds of essentials inside of it. You can see there's room for credit cards, SIM cards, vaccination records. It's got a pen and obviously the passport. She's buried down in here. Let's see, boom, there she goes. This is like $7 and it is totally worth it. So check it out. But enough about me. Let's get back to the cruise news. And this next portion, it's gonna be a little bit in response to an alarming trend that we've started seeing in the cruise news as of late. And that's the trend of passengers going overboard, or man overboard incidents, whatever you wanna call them. Just the other day, I reported on a woman going overboard up north of Juneau, Alaska from a celebrity cruise ship. And we've seen many other high-profile cases aboard other cruise lines in the past couple of months, and it's been kind of weighing down on me. I'm kind of over having to report on this kind of thing. It makes me sick and it's upsetting to think about, and so I started doing some research as to how the cruise industry could prevent or at least minimize the harm when this type of event occurs. And there, believe it or not, are actually systems right now in place called MOB detection, or Man Overboard Detection Systems. And basically, they're cameras and sensors lined up down the sides and the back and the front of the ships, and they're looking all the time, 24/7, day, night, bad weather, good weather. They're looking for someone to be where they're not supposed to be, falling off the ship. They're also looking down at the waterline for splashes, and it's looking for all these types of things. And systems like this, believe it or not, have been tested 700 or 1,200 times with people actually volunteering to jump off of cruise ships. And their detection rate is over 95% accurate for detecting someone going overboard, which is really good. The big problem here is they're darn expensive, and legally cruise lines aren't required to have them on board. Yes, they're required to have a system that monitors for a man overboard type of situation, but technically a security camera is all they legally have to have, and those are a heck of a lot cheaper than an MOB system. So unfortunately, it all comes down to the almighty dollar. But for their part, MSC Cruise Line has stated in the past that their goal is to have these systems employed on all of their ships. And I know for a fact there's one installed on the Meraviglia, and it's likely they're installed on all of the vessels that are newer than Meraviglia operating here in the US. So if anyone has any inside information about any other vessels that these man overboard systems might be installed on, send me a message, let me know, that Midships Cruise on Instagram. That's a great place. And let me know what you think about this type of system. Is it worth the extra expenditure? Personally, I think it's a no-brainer when you consider the fact these ships are nearing $1 billion each, and what's another 100,000, a few 100,000, or even a few $1 million in the scheme of things amortized over the life of your cruise ship? Literally nothing. And the payoff is you could actually save someone's life, or multiple people's lives. Totally worth it if you ask me. Now the problem is cruise ships take a long time to stop when someone falls overboard. And these systems that I've been talking about, they're actually savvy enough and high-tech enough, they actually can track the person in the water who's fallen off the ship, even at night, Once they're in the water, they actually lock onto the person and they just keep tracking them like a laser beam on them, which is super helpful for obviously providing assistance and providing rescue. So I think it's really important that we start leveraging new technologies like this MOB system moving forward in the cruise industry. The health and the safety of guests still should be the top priority for every cruise line here in the US and around the world. While yes, we're all there to have a great time, yes, we do usually have a great time, but the problem is accidents are going to happen. People get a little loose on cruise ships. They do dumb things when they're loose. They play games like hide and seek or truth or dare, end up hiding somewhere where they don't belong and falling off the ship. And I'm tired of reporting about it, and I'm sure you're tired of hearing about it too at this point. And something needs to change. And that's just my 2 cents on the issue. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below this video. Now, if you've made it this far into today's episode, you are one of my biggest supporters, and I thank you very much. I think about you all the time. Now go ahead and do me one big favor. Take this hand, reach it in the air, put it around you, and pat yourself on the back. That's from old Captain Corey. Just a little thank you, token of my appreciation for you sticking through all the way in my episode. Now make sure you're still subscribed here with the thumbs up button pressed so you don't miss the next Midships episode. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel today, and until tomorrow, we'll see ya on the Midships. I did this episode standing up. I'm kind of curious about this thunder and lightning going on outside. It's crazy right now. We got tornado watches going on, severe thunderstorm watches, all kinds of things. I got the emergency radio sitting over here just off camera, just in case. You know, I'm one of those overly prepared type of people. This is the light that died. Look how small that is. Can you believe these are what lights me up? Fascinating. We'll see you tomorrow. La 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 la.